But this is an opportunity for a turning point, a resetting of your foundational perspective, because you no longer need to be the one standing in your own way. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked. This podcast is for women who are craving a deeper return to who they are. Maybe you've lost your spark a little, or feel unsure of your next step, or find yourself searching outside of you for clarity. Well, this space is here to bring you back inward and ignite your heart and soul once more. I'm your host, Olivia Ashley, a mother and intuitive, and I'm so happy you're here. Hello and welcome in, friend. Today I wanted to offer you a mini intuitive reading, which will hopefully bring insight, reflection, and support to you around what may be unfolding in your life right now and how you can best navigate it. To do this, I've asked a series of simple questions and channeled insight from the Akashic Records just for you, the listener of my podcast. And these are actually questions that I often ask myself when I'm checking in or seeking clarity or wanting to better understand the deeper energy moving through a season of life for me. So if you've pressed play on this episode, trust that there's something here for you. As always, as you listen, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and please allow your own intuition to guide what lands in your heart. So once again, welcome in. Let's take a deep breath together, maybe soften your shoulders, and settle into this moment with me. Now let's get into these messages. The first question I asked was, what is the main essence of you right now? And what I received was this sense that you and your energy, your aura feels very light and airy, open and even expansive right now. I see this brilliant brightness about you and around you. And I see that you're someone who naturally brings warmth, support, and loving energy into the spaces that you enter. You may even be the kind of person that others feel safe around without fully understanding why. And I can see why that is the case just from feeling into your essence. I see you smiling and all the joy that is within you, and I see a beautiful heart-centered essence. Yet alongside of that very brilliant shining, I also see that you're struggling a bit to stay grounded right now. And that's mainly because there are many ideas moving through you. I see projects and responsibilities, things that you oversee or hold on to mentally throughout the day. And it feels like so much of your energy is concentrated right now in the upper half of your body. So think heart, chest, shoulders, head, your mind. Almost like your spirit and your energy body is floating slightly above the earth instead of fully landing down into your body, into this present reality. And so noting that, you can already sense and feel how that brings a bit of distortion. It's going to be harder to feel like you can adequately react or think through certain aspects because all of your energy is a little bit jumbled up above. And so notice that, take heart of that. And also, while I see that there's a lot of warmth and expression happening in many ways, I feel that there are certain parts of your true essence that you are still keeping tucked away, that you're reserving certain aspects of who you are, your essence, for only a chosen few, or only allowing that expression to happen within the sanctuary of your home or inner circle. So notice where and why you may still be hiding pieces of yourself. And not from a place of judgment, but more from curiosity, because your full essence wants to be witnessed more deeply right now, and always, honestly. I see that there is this full embodiment of that beautiful peacock shining its feathers out, or the butterfly in its magnificence gliding through the air. You're so close to it. I also, as I sense into you, I feel this adventurous energy around you. I see the horse galloping and this open field in front of you. You are an adventurous spirit at heart, but your life doesn't always reflect that. And that's pretty normal. I think we can go through seasons of that. But there is right now something you are wanting to explore, or currently you're exploring, or you're building towards, or wishing for, that feels expansive and exciting to your soul. You're getting so lit up when I think about you taking the steps to do so. So keep going with whatever that is. This is your yes. Your spirit is also asking for more movement, expansion, and new air. But again, to do that, I'm being shown that you need to come back to grounding, that there's this stagnancy around your feet and your lower body energetically, which makes sense if you're up in the upper parts of your body. So you are asked to intentionally start some grounding practices in your days to help you balance this out. So some options are moving your body and doing so consciously. There needs to be your focus and attention in it. I also see you could soak your feet in Epsom salts. You could even massage them with some oil. Another one could be doing legs up the wall pose, either to start your day or to end your day. No matter what you decide to do, there needs to be some level of awareness pulling down into your body all the way into your feet throughout the day. And I sense that that's going to settle some of that hyper-focused energy that when you're working on projects or you're thinking everything through, it's going to feel a little bit easier because you've created more space in your body. It's more spread out, that energy. So let yourself return to really you and to that rootedness, the earth. The last thing I'm shown is that overall, your essence feels like the wind right now, and wind carries wisdom. For those of you who are experiencing balanced wind energy, this season brings insight, movement, flexibility, fresh perspective, some transformation, and purposeful change. And for those who are experiencing imbalanced wind energy, it's going to feel more like overwhelm or mental spiraling, some stagnancy or difficulty focusing, and maybe even feeling disconnected from yourself and where you're headed. So notice which one resonates more for you. I feel like you can quickly sense, ooh, I am feeling more balanced or I'm feeling a bit more imbalanced. And that's okay. It's okay. It's just helpful to understand where you're at. Because either way, your essence is actually carrying medicine for you right now. It's offering you a new perspective, movement, lightness, purpose, and there's clarity wanting to come through it. You simply may need a little bit more grounding to fully receive it. Okay, that leads me into asking, what insight is there behind how you've been feeling? And what I immediately sensed is that you've been feeling hopeful, but not fully settled. There's a part of you that feels like new beginnings are here. Something is opening, and I'm shown that you're standing near an open window and there's light pouring through and you're looking out into this beautiful expansive view and space. And there's this feeling of possibility just outside of you. You know, you can sense it. Yet energetically and maybe even physically in your life, you haven't fully stepped into the new reality yet. You haven't gone beyond the open window and immersed yourself into that space. You are witnessing and watching it, and you know you're there, but there isn't that threshold jump that you've taken. You can see it and sense it, and even are technically already inside of it, but emotionally and energetically, there's separation between you and the life you're trying to create. And what I'm hearing very clearly is this. Stop waiting for your life to begin somewhere else. Stop looking so far ahead for the thing that will finally make you feel safe, and stop withholding yourself from living in the reality that you want to see. It starts here, right now. Be here now. Let yourself arrive into this moment and be fully present and a part of it, not witnessing it only, but truly step through that threshold and into it. Because I'm shown that there's a lot of beauty and support and miraculousness already surrounding you. Yet your nervous system and your perspective, so where your attention is focused, may be too future focused to fully receive it. And sometimes we become so focused on chasing the next thing or only feeling like we're going to feel better when we meet that goal or see that next version of success or figure out that thing, that we completely miss the signs, the invitations, the beauty right here in front of us. So the path is not always somewhere in front of you or away from you. What I'm shown is sometimes it's about learning how to fully inhabit your life right now, and that lands you on the path. And those feelings can start to dissipate. The third question I asked is, what have you outgrown? What I am shown is that you've outgrown the belief that life has to be hard in order to be meaningful, successful, or fulfilling. You've also outgrown other people's definitions of success. And yet, while you've outgrown them, I feel that you're still trying to figure out what your own version of this actually looks like. So you can help yourself start to identify these things by asking these questions. What does success feel like to you? What kind of life actually nourishes you? What pace feels sustainable right now? What kind of days could you have if you believe that everything is working out in your benefit? And what would a beautiful life look like if you didn't have to impress anyone and you could let go of all those expectations that are on your shoulders? Because what I sense is that you are no longer available for survival mode living. You are over it. You are done. You're like, the line draws here. And with that, you are being asked to release the belief that life is constantly working against you. And to really help you make sense of that and make sure that that happens and stops here, is you are being asked to release the belief that life is constantly working against you and begin opening to the possibility that life can work with you and for you. So instead of asking, what if this goes wrong? What if this fails? What if it doesn't work out? Begin asking, what if it goes right? What if I learn something? What if this takes me to the next right thing? And I know life has been hard for many of you listening. I know there has been disappointment and grief and pressure and exhaustion that has shaped how you are moving through the world. But this is an opportunity for a turning point, a resetting of your foundational perspective, because you no longer need to be the one standing in your own way. So gently move aside and allow yourself to consider that maybe, just maybe, you are exactly where you need to be. And maybe life is trying to support you more than you realize. So start to pay attention to your daily mindset. Notice the stories that are repeating and notice where you assume difficulty before possibility. And then choose differently so you can start to create new pathways. So take heart of this message and do your best to notice and take just one step at a time to help you shift into this new space. The next question that I asked is, what do you need to pay attention to? And what I was shown is you need to pay attention to the sticky, heavy, weighty parts of your life. And this is not so you can obsess over them or spiral deeper into frustration, but it's more so you can begin understanding why they keep catching you up. Because it feels like you are a fly caught in a spider web. And it's one that the spider is not even necessarily there, but your body and your nervous system don't know that. And so you are just spiraling in attempts to get free, to make sense of things, to understand how and where you're going and going to fix this and get out of this. So I think some of the things that you can start to do are coming back into your body, taking a breath, and really doing some reflection work around where in your day-to-day do you consistently feel overwhelmed? What is irritating or angering you? And why do you feel trapped or burdened or resentful? And are there conversations that could be had that are continually going unsaid? One of the most potent, powerful things you can do for yourself is get honest, speak honestly, share your honesty, and live from a place of honesty and integrity. Even if it hurts, even if it's uncomfortable, if it is your truth, then it needs to come forward and be felt and understood. Or you are going to keep being stuck and living in a space that will incessantly frustrate you. You will keep getting stuck in this spider web. And this question and understanding is showing up to help release you. And a lot of the heaviness that I'm seeing you stuck in is connected to over-responsibility. You are taking on more than you should. You are over-functioning for others and micromanaging. And while I know and you can do everything, I know you can organize and manage and execute and hold everything together in your life, as well as carry the emotional burdens and weights of everyone. The question is, should you? Because I think many of you have unconsciously stepped into the role of manager, overseer, fixer, and emotional caretaker within your households, your relationships, your careers, and really your life. And that is exhausting. So knowing that, I'm going to lovingly ask you to stop micromanaging everything, to stop overcompensating for what others are not doing, and to stop taking on any emotional or physical or energetic labor that doesn't belong to you. Because this is a gateway to empowerment. When you are able to step back, you're not doing so to leave a void. You are going to step back and allow others to rise. Allow them to learn. Allow them to participate, to succeed or fail on their own, and to build the confidence through responsibility versus the allowance of accepting, tending, and fixing where it really actually isn't needed. You don't need to carry the entire world to prove your worth. But we as women, as a society, have stepped into that space to fix everything versus be the grandmother energy and step back and allow them to learn, to make mistakes, and know that you are going to be there supporting them, but not fixing it for them. That is going to create massive ripple effects. So see if you can step into being a gentle guide. I love the grandmother image because I think that essence of the grandmother speaks to this so well. And step outside of the overwhelmed overseer. And then watch what shifts when you're allowed to stop gripping everything so tightly. And this brings me to the last question, which is what's ahead for you and what can you focus on? What I see ahead for you feels like flowing sunlit waters. There's a softness and a spaciousness here. I see you entering a season that honestly feels quite beautiful. One where you begin settling into your own rhythm, your own stream, your own pace, instead of forcing yourself into someone else's current. You really settle into your own. And because of that, there's more ease available to you. There's a bit more breathing room and connection and laughter that's happening. I also see that sunlight reflecting off the water. I see you relaxing in it and into yourself more fully, allowing life to feel a little less heavy because you're not only floating, you are supported. You have a support system holding you along the way. And there's something breathtaking about this season because it feels like you finally allow yourself to simply be. You're allowing yourself to loosen the reins and stop over tightening around everything and just experience life again more directly. And so your guidance moving into this is very clear. You are asked to cultivate sweetness and become the counterbalance. Those are the two objectives. So let's start with cultivating sweetness. Can you bring more beauty and joy and nourishment into your everyday life? And this doesn't mean to add more sugar or make huge grand gestures. It means, can you bring forward small sacred moments that remind you that life is allowed to feel good? So consider this your prescription. You are asked to bring in tiny doses of sweetness every day. This could be laughter or more connection, moments of beauty or fresh air, music or art, silliness, gratitude, pleasure in the simple things. There's so many things that this can look like. And then at the same time, as you bring in the sweetness, you are also asked to find counterbalance. And so to do this, you can start to pay attention to the dominant energy you're carrying throughout your days, and then consciously create balance where needed. So here's some examples. If life feels overstimulating and mentally heavy, then create stillness and slow down. If you've been feeling stagnant, then get up and move your body. If you've been overworking and are really tired, then take some rest. Go crawl into bed, take a bath. If you've been isolated, then seek connection, make a phone call, make plans. And if your body feels overheated or taxed, cool and soothe yourself. Drink a beautiful iced tea or lemonade. Go sit outside at dusk and let the wind cool you off. You want to become the balancing force within your own life. Because balance is not something you find once. It's something you are continuously creating through awareness. And this upcoming season is going to support that beautifully, especially if that's already in front of mind. Because what's ahead for you feels like a ripening, a harvest, and a sweetness that you get to enjoy. I'm shown the beautiful ripe strawberry, the essence of summer, of sun, of harvest, of sweetness, of all these things. So do your best to stop second guessing yourself and worrying so much about how others are perceiving you. Share your essence, share your wisdom, and care for your beautiful, strong body because there's so much goodness trying to reach you. And this won't be forever. All these seasons are going to shift, but this chapter feels deeply supportive and alive for you. So do your best to let yourself enjoy it and let yourself float in these cool, supportive waters of the season instead of resisting them. So those are the messages that came through for you today. And if I could leave you with the biggest reminder from this reading, it would be this. You no longer need to force things in your life. You can find the sweetness. You can expect the goodness. You can take the measures to find balance and to let others step up so you can feel more at ease and empowered in your own life. Remember to ground. Remember to stop carrying everything alone. Remember to redefine success on your own terms and to trust that life is actually trying to support you. And finally, remember to allow more sweetness, balance, and presence into your everyday experience. There is already so much wisdom trying to emerge from within you. And the more you can slow down and listen to yourself and take the right actions in your life, the clearer the path becomes. And if you enjoy these messages and you're wanting more personalized guidance around your own season or questions or patterns, then this is exactly what my intuitive soul readings are designed for. These sessions allow us to go so much deeper into your energy, any current crossroads or lessons and invitations surrounding you, and get you the actionable insight your soul is asking you to see right now so you can move forward with greater clarity, confidence, and support. So if you're craving deeper confirmation and direction, these readings can really help illuminate what's ready to shift and wanting your attention most. So reach out if that resonates with you. And thank you so much for being here with me today and for allowing yourself to receive. And until next time, continue to radiate and shine your true essence out and listen to the wisdom already living within you. Thank you so much for being here today. I am truly grateful you chose to spend this time with me and be a part of this community. If this episode resonated, I'd love for you to leave a rating and written review because it helps Intuition Unlocked reach more women who are ready to live clearer, bolder, and more self-led. As a thank you, screenshot your review and email it to me, and I'll send you a resource to support your next step. And until next time, root into your truth, rise into your power, and radiate your light.